Hello everybody, Sir Beaton here and welcome back to another past paper practice video. In this video, we will be tackling some functions questions, so let's head straight into it. So the question says the function f and g are defined as follows. So f of x is equal to 1 plus 3xr divided by x minus 1, where x is not equal to 1. And they also said that g of x is equal to 5 minus x. So they want to calculate the value of f of negative 2. So f of negative 2, we are substituting negative 2 in the function f of x, which is this function here. So this will simply be equal to 1 plus 3. Instead of x, we'll have negative 2, all divided by, instead of x, we'll have negative 2, subtract 1. So we'll have 1 plus, so 3 times negative 2 would be a negative 6, all divided by negative 2 minus 1 would be a negative 3. So this would be, this plus and minus will turn into a minus. So 1 minus 6 would be a negative 5 over a negative 3. See, these two negatives will cancel out. So we can therefore say f of negative 2 is equal to 5 over 3. So the next thing we're asked to find, determine a simplified expression for fg of x. So we're taking a function g and we're putting it in the function f. So let's go. So we have the function, we want to find fg of x. So we're taking the function g, which is this here, and we're putting it inside of this function. So wherever we have x, we replace it with this here. So we can say fg of x is equal to 1 plus 3. Instead of x, we'll write this function, which was 5 minus x, all divided by, instead of x, we'll have 5 minus x minus 1. Replacing this x here with 5 minus x and replacing this x with 5 minus x. So we work this out. So we'll have 1 plus, so we distribute the 3. So 3 times 5 would be 15. 3 times negative x would be a negative 3x, all divided by, so we'll have 5 minus x minus 1. So we can simplify the bottom here. So we can put all the numbers together. So we'll have, instead of this, we'll have 5 minus 1 minus x. So this will then give us 1 plus 15 would give us 16 minus 3x, all divided by 5 minus 1 would give me 4 minus x. Therefore, we can say fg of x is equal to 16 minus 3x, all divided by 4 minus x. And that is a simplified version of that. So last but not least, they asked us to derive an expression in terms of x for the inverse of f inverse of x. Well, the inverse function, f inverse of x. So you want to find the inverse of this function. So let's go. So step 1, instead of writing back f of x, we replace that with y. So we'll have y is equal to 1 plus 3x, all divided by x minus 1. That is step 1. Step 2, we interchange the x and the y. This means wherever we have x, we'll put y, and wherever we have y, we'll put x. So we'll have x is equal to 1 plus 3y, all divided by y minus 1. And then the next step now, we make y the subject of the formula. So we have a fraction here. So we know to get rid of that fraction, it's divided, we take double multiply. So you'll have x multiplied by y minus 1 is equal to 1 plus 3y. So we distribute the x. So you'll have x times y would be xy. X times negative 1 would be negative x is equal to 1 plus 3y. So the next step, we put all the terms with y on the left-hand side. And then we bring over everything else on the other side. So this we'll have x, y. So let me write this over on this side. We'll have x, y. And we take over this plus 3y. It will become minus 3y is equal to 1. And we take over this minus x. It will become plus x. So now the aim is to make y the subject of the formula. So we have two y's and we cannot add them because they're not like terms. So we factor out the y. So we'll have y. We factor the y from here, we're left with x. Minus, we factor the y from here, we're left with minus 3. is equal to 1 plus x. Hence, y will be equal to 1 plus x, all divided by x minus 3. And therefore, we can now replace y with the inverse function, well, with the inverse symbol. So we can say instead of y, we'll have f inverse of x is equal to 1 plus x, all divided by x minus 3. And that is how you get all of your marks there. And with that, this has brought me to the end of this video. I trust that you have a solid understanding of functions, and I want you to use the concepts from this video and practice more questions like these. So I'll see you in future videos in which I'll be looking at more questions. Until then, take care and keep practicing.